Okay. In true fashion, in true Rodan & Fields fashion, I'm using my Sunless Tanner to hold the paper in place. And I'm going to try to draw this with one hand while I hold my phone in the other. So, I don't know. We'll just see how this goes, but I hope it makes sense because I feel like that message was getting complicated and I want you to be able to understand how these buckets work. So, we all have, when you sign up as a consultant, then I've kind of told you we have those two buckets, and I sent you that picture that shows that, but pretend that these are, your two buckets, okay, and a left side and a right side, and this one is your $100 bucket, and this is what makes you commissionable, okay. To be commissionable, that number has to be at 100. Okay, and it doesn't really matter how you get there, but it does have to be at 100. So 20 of it comes from, you pay $25 for your Pulse website, and 20 of that 25 goes into this $100 bucket. Okay, and then your CRP, your consultant replenishment products, you're at 20, so you need to get to 100. So that's why we say you need my hair's in the way. $80 minimum of products. Okay, it might be more than that, and that would make that more than 100. Doesn't really matter as long as it gets to 100 is the minimum. Okay, and then anything over that doesn't really help you. It doesn't hurt you, but it doesn't help you. So, okay, so you're at 100 and you are now commissionable. Okay, then, retail could also fill this bucket, but it doesn't happen often, and it's not something that you can count on. So, just kind of put a pin in it and keep it there and know that it could happen, but it doesn't always happen. So, all right. But you make retail profit, if anything, not off your stuff, but if somebody does buy retail, you do make retail profit off of any stuff you ever sell from your website ever. Even it doesn't matter if it's PC or retail, you always make retail profit. Whether you're commissionable or not, you will still always make that retail profit, but you're not making commission and sales. So that's what this bucket is for. This is your $600 bucket over here. Okay, and that's where all of your PC orders go, but also your Directs team $100 bucket. Anybody underneath you that signs under you, their $100 bucket goes into your $600 bucket. Okay, so also your team $100 buckets go there. Okay, and then you make, remember, if it's $5.99 or below, you make 10% commission off this total at the end of the month. And if it's 600 or above, you are called an EC, executive consultant, and that means you are going to get a pay raise and make 15% off of this total, okay, at the end of the month. Now, here's that's kind of a lot to take in, but here's one step extra that I wanted to take it, that you were kind of asking about, the people beneath you, or if the people above you make money off of you or whatever. Okay, here's how it goes. Anybody that signs up, if these are my buckets, anyone that signs up under me, for instance, you also have these exact same buckets. Okay, 100, 600. Your $100 bucket goes into my $600 bucket. That's that team 100. Okay, so your 100 goes into my 600, and then I also make 5% off of your total sales, and that happens for 5 generations down. Okay, so if you sign up someone under you on your team, they are also going to have buckets. Their $100 bucket will go into your $600 bucket, and you will make 5% off of what their total sales are at the end of the month. Okay, and that keeps going down for 5 generations. Everybody still gets, they still get their all total paid, their 10 or 15% or whatever. So that 5% doesn't take away from anyone. That's just their way of rewarding us for having a team. So you can make really good money on your own without having to have a team. And most marketing levels, like most marketing companies, are not like that. 5% is not a huge thing. So they're not rewarding it. It's not heavily weighted on getting a team. And I think that's where the pyramid scheme comes in, is that people think you have to have, thousands upon thousands. No, you don't have to have a huge team. This is heavily on, your PCs and your buckets, and not so much on the teams underneath you. So anyway, you can make bills, house payments, car payments, pay off loans. You can do all that stuff with just this without having a team underneath you. It just obviously, these little bits do build up to help you out in the long run. Okay, I hope that made better sense to you. And honestly, I had to watch the bucket video a whole lot of times. And I think I tagged you in Aubrey Bentz's video, but I had to watch that a whole bunch of times. And really, I just had to kind of work through some months of the business before I actually started understanding exactly how it works. But it does get easier, and hopefully that helped you understand the stats that I posted today. Okay.